Barb, my friend, how are you? And we got Mr. Poopinator for me, bro. He gets here right away. He's not buying that line that I did it earlier. How about if I say I'll do it later in that case? Hey, Burpee Reaper was asking about you. He did his live stream. He wanted to do some reps for you. He wanted to do a tutorial. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna bring up my desktop. So, Sunday. Sorry, my cat's here. And just about 1 o'clock. I think I started a minute or two early. We'll see what happens for the day. Weekends are iffy. You never know who's out and about. I spent some time with Burpee Reaper watching his live stream, getting in the reps, and doing it to some really good songs. Let's see, Squirrel Sniper says, "Greetings, beautiful souls from across the pond, but under the same skies." Squirrel Sniper, how was the overnight? How was the sleepover? You survived okay? Barb says, "Hey to Sniper." So, as I was saying, Sundays, weekends in general, you just never know who's going to show up. And that's fine. I hope everyone is enjoying. If they're busy, I hope they're enjoying their busyness. And if they're not busy, I hope they're enjoying their not busyness. Squirrel Sniper says, "All good. House cleaned and took a roller skating on the seafront this afternoon." Awesome. Sounds like a perfect day. So is seafront actually on the sea? Can you see it from, where you are? Barb, it looked like you had a nice and peaceful live stream. I enjoy spending a little time there. And as I said, I spent some time over at Burpee Reapers. Just now I stopped over. I wanted to check out Leo Said So, but I missed his reps. See, Wolf says, "Did you film the seafront?" Burpee Reaper, we were just talking about you. Mr. Poopinator was, I think he was the first one here. I had said, nope, he was the second one here. Barb was the first. Appreciate that, Barb. And I told him you were going to do some reps for him. Barb says, yes, no trouble. That's awesome. Let's see. Reaper says, Eric, amazing music. Thank you for being in my live stream. You know, Milka had a good pick with her last song. What was it, Brother Johnson's? I try to look for songs that offer a dichotomy of the intensity of Burpee Reaper, but offsetting it with sort of the silliness of a particular song. Because it's awesome to see someone work out that intensely, totally independent of the music playing. Let's see. Reaper says, "Hey to Barb," and Wolf was second, but didn't type in. Well, I appreciate you being there, Wolf. Reaper says, I liked it. Yeah, I even saw you bust out a move or two. Second pick was Dope Milka. I was going to tell her if she shows up that it actually your reps and your dance moves might have been worthy of a high five. We'll see if she agrees. Sniper says the best seafront is either Brighton or Seaford. Both have the same distance, different directions. It was about 15-minute drive to New Haven, which has no beaches or seafront, as it is a working port and estuary. Interesting. I've always loved the landscape of England, all of Great Britain, actually. Let's see. Wolf says, Reaper, maybe some CCR next week. What are you thinking, Wolf? Fortunate Son? Squirrel Simple says, no, Wolf, he was busy teaching. Reaper says he'll play it. Just type it in. Leo said so. Hey, I'm sorry I missed your live stream. I hopped in the shower and I hopped out and I saw you were live and I went to look and you were already done. Leo says, much support, Sir Yogi. Hope your day is well, brother. Much love and respect, my guy. Thank you for that, my friend. Wolf says he understands. The sniper. The one Leo said so, says the Reaper. Down on Bayou. Hey, that's a good one. Brian Lane is here. Says, hey, Eric. Hey, Brian, how are you? Anime Boy says, hello. Anime Boys, how are you? I appreciate you coming in. So, hey, what was on the agenda for Leo said so? What'd you do in your session? Anime Boy says, hi. Brian says, was Navy SEALs Burpees Reaper today? You already got your reps in, Brian? Barb says, when watching all of you work out, I think of the song The Tiger. That's a good one. We might have to pick that one next week. Brian says he's fine. Thanks. Leo said so says 102 pumps, 25 pumps. Awesome. Great job. How you feeling? Reaper, you look like you're 100% healed. Welcome with Goldie is here. Hi there, lovely people. Last 2 hours at work. We'll see if we can get you through it, my friend. Leo said simple and effective. That's the way to do it. Barbara saying hi to everyone. Brian says, no, I said Lewis was like a Navy SEAL Burpee Reaper today when I saw his live. Barb says, Yogi, I finished my L. I love it. Awesome. Nice, Barb. Reaper says, almost. I still have that nagging in my back. I'd say 92%. You're getting there. Just about there. Wolf says, and anyone I missed? I don't think you missed anyone, Wolf. Brian says, I'm okay. Just put a short video on my channel for new people to know why I'm here. Awesome. You know what? Not just for new people. Every time you make one of those, I enjoy watching it. It reaffirms to me who Brian Lane is, there's Brian's link at the bottom if it works for you guys. Who Brian Lane is and what he's doing. And if you guys don't know, man, everyone's got a path, burpee community or otherwise. And particularly in the burpee community, everyone's doing their own unique expression, not just of burpees, but on their channel, who they are. Brian's got a hell of a story. I don't say too much about it because it's not my story to tell. I just point and let Brian tell his story. If I ever figure out how to do live streams with other people, I'd love to have a conversation with Brian. All of you guys, actually. But I think Brian, Destiny Forever Walks, Burpee Reaper might be my first 3 picks. And others. You know, like I said, everyone's got a great story to tell. Laradox is here. And William's here. William, my friend, how are you? William says, hey, Yogi. And hello to chat. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hey, so when I first started doing live streams, I just started putting stuff out that I, love talking about. And I just got, I don't have a big channel, but for me, it's gotten busier. So if there's something that I used to talk about that you don't hear me talk about, something that you want to talk about, let me know. Put it out there. I am learning to skip over some of the highs. Not that I don't like them. I appreciate reading them. That's where I fall behind. Well, that's not where I fall behind. I fall behind because I talk too much. Brian says, thanks, Eric. I appreciate the support. You got it. Like I said, Brian, you got a message that no one else can share. Not that, others haven't thought through that, but from your perspective, what I see from your perspective and how you've come through, it's just absolutely amazing. Jude, my friend, how are you? I was just tempted to say, hey, Jude, but I figured, man, you probably get that once a day, twice a day. Laradox says, as he always was, my spiritual brother, a great man. It's a good answer, Laradox. Jude says, how can I get a mod? Show up for a while, contribute, be kind, have fun. That's about it. Or what also works, if you keep asking me all the time, and I eventually say, okay. Laradox says, Yogi, I got 4 extra likes. Awesome. 9 likes now. Thanks. Appreciate that. Welcome with Goldie says, please tap the like button. 13 in the house, only 5 likes. Let's see. Laradox, Jude, if Yogi wants, he can make you a mod. That's up to Yogi. Yeah, we like people to settle in a bit. Let's see. All right. William says, Yogi, in relation to today's verse 31, you said, see through the fallacy of belief in an ego individual separation of others. What is the belief that we are isolated from? From what? Thank you, Barb. We are isolated from our originalness. We could easily say that we are, we only believe. We can never be isolated from anything. I always go back to John Donne, No Man's an Island. Um, and it's just a beautiful spiritual passage. We believe that we are separate from each other. We believe that we are separate from God. If you don't like the term God, some people don't, um, replace it with the Tao. We believe that we're separate from the Tao. We believe that we are separate from the universe. That single thought of separation is stems every single problem, personal problem that we have, as well as every single problem we have as a society. If we knew our innate wholeness, our connection, that we are connected through love, as love, and only love, it would be impossible for us to hurt or harm ourselves or others. That's a great question, William. Mr. Poopiner says, I mean, how many mods does one channel need? One more. I don't know how many I have. Really, it all started with helping people get connected so they could click on stuff. Let's see. Brian says, how long do you meditate every day for? Eric, I meditate twice a day, and anywhere from 20 minutes to 40 minutes, and occasionally an hour each session. Just depends. If I feel like it, I might try to slip another one in, but it's not very often because I also do my breath work 3 or 4 times a day, as well as doing the coursework in A Course in Miracles. And of course, getting out in nature just produces a natural meditation. As soon as you're out in nature, your eyes start to recognize and adjust to the fractal patterns in nature, and the mind slips into an alpha brainwave state, which is the first stage of meditation. People say they have a hard time meditating. Take a walk in nature early as possible because it's the most quiet time of the day. In yoga, it's called Brahma Muhurta, which literally means the hour of God. Hey, Laradox, I enjoyed the content that you put out. That was an amazing basketball shot, man. Absolutely amazing. V-Gamer says, Grandpa, well, finally you showed up. Sabine is here. Sabine, my friend, how are you? Hi, Yogi Eric and all friends. I'm making sure I don't sit too far down. Our friend Jacob is in the house. Jacob, my friend, how are you? Barb, thank you again. Very, very kind of you, my friend. And Laradox, thanks you. Laradox, that was kind of you. Thank you for that. V-Gamer says, it's been a long time since I came to your live. You're always welcome. I mentioned before, open door policy. And I always love seeing old friends show back up. Walking with Goldie says, yes, I believe you can contact Eric McCarty on Facebook. Yes, you can. Okay, so I missed you. Jude is going to sub. I appreciate that, my friend. And William says, also, I had more diet questions, Yogi, but I was not able to find the email you said was on your contact page. I will attempt Facebook if it's still open to requests. I am, definitely. Facebook is, you can find me on my channel page, just like a gray box that says contact information. But my preference is always Facebook, because then, you know, it's like I'm talking to a friend. Email seems business-like and impersonal, but when we talk on Facebook, it's a great connection. So, hey, if anyone else is on Facebook and they want to be friends, awesome. Jude says, I sub to you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for that, Goldie. Laradox says, well, $10. $10 buys me a lot of lentils, honestly. That's, for me, that's eating for a month, honestly. That's how much I appreciate those acts of kindness. So Jacob says, greeting and blessings to you all. Hit the like button for our great friend, Mr. Yogi. Let's get him to 30 likes today. We can do it. Much love and respect to you all. Big salute to you, brother. Thank you, Jacob. Today's your off day, right? No workout? Barb says I try to help when I can, and it's always appreciated. And I know what a sweet gesture that is. Sabine says, I did hit the like as soon as I came in. Much appreciated. Laradox says, so continue praying for my brother. I appreciate that. Hey, if you guys get the opportunity, check out the amazing basketball shot that Laradox did in one of his shorts. As I mentioned, Laradox, I like what you're putting out there because it's you. It's authentic Laradox. Good stuff. Laradox link is below if anyone wants to check him out. Sniper says 13 watching, 13 likes on my screen. Wow, nice. People come and people go. Let's see. Barb says our thoughts at this time are on our thoughts are on the hurricane. Yeah, I saw that, and I heard you mention that is moving into our area of the Gulf of Mexico, where there's already a Category 5, and that scares me. And I had heard some news source that the early hurricane season, which is June, they almost never get a Hurricane 5 in June. So prayers to you, Barb, and everyone on the coast, everyone in the coastal states. Gulf Coast. Oh, and Goldie says, guys, please remember to keep my daughter in prayer. Written exams start tomorrow. Definitely, Goldie. Lots of prayers, sending energy, sending love to your daughter, as well as you, because I know it's going to be, you're going to be thinking about it. Nodak says, I think meditation is, just when I'm caught up, everything changes. So I want to check that message from William down there. I think meditation is actually beneficial and helps you understand your body better. For me, when I do meditate, what I do helps me connect to Jesus. I agree, 100%, Laradox. Meditation should help you connect to Jesus because it quiets the chatter in the mind, and you get to silence. And as Herman Melville said in Moby Dick, silence is the only voice of God. I think it was the comedian Lily Tomlin who said that praying is talking to God, meditation is listening to God. I honestly, though, I think in deep prayer, it's the same as meditation. I think you cross the border from prayer into meditation, or from meditation into prayer. Barb says I would do extra prayers for her. Thank you for that, Barb. Joining in prayer myself. Laradox says, thank you, Yogi. You're welcome, Laradox. Again, that was an amazing basketball shot. Spain says she's fine. Thank you. How are you? I'm doing good, and it was a lot of fun spending time with you guys this morning. I love those kind of lives. You get to spend time in Switzerland. This is why I also love walking with Goldie when she takes us on a walk, to get to experience Transylvania, the deep woods of Transylvania. Laradox says, Yogi, I made a Loki Fire edit if you want to check it out on my YouTube channel. I will check it out. I'll look for it after the live session. Goldie says, thank you, lovely Barb. She's having exams every day except Wednesday and the weekend. Wow, so it's a full week. William says, Yogi, you mentioned in A Course in Miracles that love and innocence are true, and in another that only love is true. Love can truly have no opposite, as it encompasses all. How can we prove its reality? We can't prove its reality. because it's the ego that's demanding proof. And for the ego to prove the reality that only love is real means the existence of the ego comes to an end. Or at the very least, we see through it. So what we can do is, well, we can meditate, we can pray, we can do breath work, we can spend time in nature, especially early in the morning. We do things that allow us to see the transitory nature of the ego. But most specifically, for this particular realization, Course in Miracles has 365 lesson workbook. You do one a day, no more than one a day, and you work through it. I bought the book in the 90s. I encountered it first in the 80s. I bought the book in the early 90s, and I kept putting it aside because I was approaching it from an ego standpoint, and the ego just does not want to be diminished in the least. This is how we go to innocence, because for the ego to recognize true innocence again means it disappears. But that's how we forgive. When Jesus looked down from the cross, my perspective, so I know my Christian friends might have a different perspective, but when Jesus looked down from the cross, he didn't look at his tormentors or torturers. He didn't look at them and say, I forgive you for all you did. He looked through the illusion of what they did and he said, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. He looked at their original innocence, not at their actions, because those actions, unforgivable. But from that higher perspective, the perspective of love, they never happened. It was an illusion. Jesus saw through the illusion and he saw only love. So it's easy to forgive. It's harder for us, but we can do it as well. And life will always give you an opportunity to practice. Daradoc says it's a short. We'll be sure to check it out. I like your shorts a lot. Loco says, well, you have a twinning in Columbus, Ohio. There's a lot of us. A lot of bald guys with glasses. We all look alike. Because I hear that often. Nice to know. I got a brother. I got a twin up in Columbus, Ohio. Loco, welcome, my friend. Nice to have you here. Daradoc says, I don't do Facebook. I know you're a TikTok person. B Gamer says, see you guys. I will be back, Yogi. Thank you, Gamer. I appreciate that. Sabine says, thank you so much for joining in our live stream. Yogi, it was a very nice surprise. It was a lot of fun. Goldie says, see you another time. V-Gamer, thank you for dropping by. I really do like the drop-bys. People who just come, they spend a little bit of time, they just make it part of their day. Even if it's just every so often they stop in. It's just nice to know that people remember you. Barb says, Goldie, it's like that for me here. I'm tired of all the tests. Oh yeah, I bet. Sabine says hi to Jacob. Let's see. Goldie says, my daughter has her end of high school exams. These will be written on her graduation paperwork. Definitely a big thing. You said she got to skip the, was it the language? She got to skip the Hungarian as she was noted as a native speaker? Paradox is eating a 3-bean salad and beans. I bet that our friend Mr. Poopinator is going to be happy to hear that. Flower, how are you? How was your birthday? Hey, Flower, yesterday Night Watcher stopped by. Last evening. Flower says she's sorry for being late. That's okay. You got a lot of highs to catch up on, though. Goldie says, and she needs these grades for the admissions to university. They count 30%. How is she feeling, Goldie? Is she rested, relaxed? Laralax says, please subscribe to me if you enjoy my content. You know, I'm going to add that Laralax is putting out some true Laradox stuff. So definitely check him out and see the new stuff that he's doing. Flower says, 14 likes now. How far behind am I? Lawn Lifter is here. Lawn Lifter, my friend, how are you? Jacob says, hit the like button for our great friend, Mr. Yogi. If you enjoy his live stream, much love and respect and blessings to you all. Thank you for that, Jacob. Let's see. Therodox says, I like Flower's name because whenever you're saying her name, you're always greeting her. I like her name too, actually. Flower lights up the room when she comes in. Barb says June is very active this year, very dangerous for all the coastline when they hit so soon. Yeah, that's what I heard. Be safe. If you guys need to leave the area. Goldie says, thank you. I'll be fasting for 5 days until she finishes the exam. What kind of fast are you going to do? Like a complete fast or, you know, liquids besides water? It's a big endeavor. But I can definitely appreciate that. Speed says, Goldie, oh yes, Goldie, I will pray for your daughter and put some love and light out there. Everything will work out fine. Thank you for that, Speed. And I'm joining with you. Hopefully we'll get everyone here. Just send out love and light, lots of energy to Goldie's daughter. Let's see. Goldie says she needs all that support she can get because she can overthink herself into a panic attack. Hey, if she ever wants help with some simple breath work, let me know, and I could do something that might be helpful for her. Just a way of getting some momentary calm, calming the thoughts, getting to a little quieter place. Castle is here. Please keep the folks along Texas and Louisiana in your prayer. Category 5 Hurricane Beryl is heading that way. You got it, Castle. Our friend Barb and Wolf are both along the course. So they're in our prayers, as are you and everyone else as well. Barb says we tried to walk yesterday at the Sam Houston Park. 95 was too hot and I could not take the sun heat. Yeah, I don't blame you. Speed says, yes, Yogi, that's how it is. Prayer versus meditation and vice versa. Exactly. 100%, Sabine. Timo is here. Optimob, my friend, how are you? I was talking about how much fun I had hanging out with you this morning. Hanging out with you guys this morning. Therodox says, I appreciate you including Jesus Yogi. Of course, my friend. Let's see. Jacob says, let's get our brother Mr. Yogi to 20 likes. Hit the like button for our great friend Mr. Yogi if you enjoy his live stream. Thank you all for support for our brother. Thank you, Jacob. And you know what? We hit 20. That's awesome. Flower says, I think it's like 365 times that do not be afraid was repeated in the Bible. I might be wrong about that. I bet you our friend Goldie probably knows, and probably Daradox might know. There's a line in the Course of Miracles that said, if you only knew who walked beside you at all times, fear would be impossible. Thank you for sharing that, Flower. William says, would you say that you have felt an improvement into your mental states with regular physical activity versus periods without? I've never had a period without. I've been working out since I was about 11 years old. First with some body weight stuff and some running because of an athletic director at the local YMCA. And then I got a bull worker, which is an old-fashioned, not even sure, like a dynamic tension, isometric machine. And then I started lifting weights when I was about 12, and I've done something ever since. But not everyone needs to do it to, of course, the extreme that I did and do, or, friends like Jacob and Burpee Reaper, Brian Lane. Those guys are in a league of their own. But even just, as I mentioned, walking in nature, what a huge, huge difference that makes. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. It opens you up, especially, again, when you do it so early in the morning. Jude is back. Thank you for coming back, Jude. Flower wants to know if that was German. Flower is digging in with her hellos. She says hello to everyone. Speed says, if your eyes see through your heart, it's easier to forgive. But to do that, your heart chakra needs to open, and you need to be grounded clear. That's how I feel. I would agree with you. And yoga, they actually talk about the heart center, which is separate from the heart chakra. That the heart center is the true intelligence, our true intelligence. It's the intelligence that connects us to the cosmos, connects us to God. And it also, through that connection, we see the original innocence of everyone. And when you see the original innocence, grievance is impossible. You can't hold a grievance against someone because you realize that in this moment, a grievance is only a thought. Nothing's ever occurred right now. Everything's already forgiven. So we're not the ones that forgive. We're the ones that recognize forgiveness has already taken place. Jude says 16 likes. I got 22 right now, if that is correct. Hey, if it's 16, I'll take 16. If it's 22, I'll take 22. I hope you guys had a chance to hang out with the Burpee Reaper earlier, listening to some good music and watching him do some intense reps. There is nothing like seeing Mr. Intensity, Mr. 5 Pump Navy SEAL. It is what it is. The Burpee Reaper himself do intense reps to walking on sunshine. It's a mind-blowing experience. So let me see if I can catch up. Eric Lapointe is here. Sorry, I slipped a little behind there. Jude says, love your vids. I'm subbing on my mom's phone, my dad's phone, my phone, my laptop, TV, and both my mom's laptops. and my brothers, iPad, and more. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Dara Doc says, Jude, could you subscribe to me? She said, sure. Awesome. Hey, speaking of subs, did you guys see the one thing? Congratulations to Burpee Reaper. For when I left, it was 801 subscribers. Absolutely awesome. And then number 2, our friend Eric Lapointe has just shot up 644. 644 well-deserved subscribers, 801 well-deserved subscribers for Burpee Reaper. Absolutely awesome. So I know I'm a little behind, guys. If I missed something, let me know. I apologize. Barb says, Wolf chopped up ham and boiled some eggs, and we are having a light salad. It sounds good. Goldie says she has it in order of exams, Romanian, mathematics, computer science, and Hungarian. Well, it'll be a daily morning prayer. You know what? Let's do a daily morning and evening prayer so that it has the next day covered, as we're in different time zones. Flower says, why wasn't coming? He didn't say. I think he's been playing Minecraft. He said he played for 11 hours yesterday. Jude says, I'm going to get my laptop and sub too. Well, thank you for that, Jude. So, hey, Eric Lapointe, well done on those subscribers. If you guys notice, someone might say, man, how did Eric get those subscribers? Because Eric Lapointe makes it a priority to support people. I've never seen Eric, he's never come here and asked for a single subscriber. He just comes and he supports. People are drawn to that sort of energy. People who just give for the sake of giving. Let's see. Goldie says, lovely flower, ask Night Watcher in private. Good suggestion for sure. Goldie says, thank you, Jude. That's kind of you. It certainly is. Flower says he hasn't been online for so long. I actually think he deleted Viber. I told him you were asking about him. Let's see. I'm going to start at the bottom, work my way back up. Let's see. Reaper says, it's okay, Barb. YouTube don't even like me. Been trying for 2 years to reach 1K subs. You'll get there. Man, 801 is awesome. Brawler is here. Hey, Eric Lapointe. Brawler, my friend, how are you? Barb said I had 3,018 yesterday, and now 2,997. Goes up and down. Yeah, it does go up and down. Sue is here. Just one Sue. Had a nice surprise on my walk this morning. Was able to get a video of a beautiful fox. Awesome. One of my all-time favorite things to see. You know, I was given advice 2 separate times with YouTube Shorts to make them short. 15 seconds or under. 12 seconds being the best. But when you see something like a fox, it's hard to just do it in 14-second clips. You just want to keep filming them as long as possible. If I knew how to edit, I could put it into 14. But man, I love seeing foxes. I'm looking forward to seeing that, Sue. Sabine says, exactly, Yogi. Thank you for explaining it the right way. I could not find the right word for it. You know, I couldn't explain it so quickly, how and what I feel deep inside. That's the big thing. It was, you could tell that you know it. That's the important thing. You know it and you live it, and you express it. And you can feel it. Actually, you can feel, both you and Timo, the love that you guys put out there in your videos and what you do. It's a very healing experience to spend time with you guys. Paradox says subscribe to you, Brawler, and Eric. Great. Eric the Point says, thank you. You're welcome. Eric, you're always welcome. You know, man, if I can just repay a little of the support that you've given me through the past few months, I'll feel like I've done something good. All of you guys, absolutely amazing. Jude's gonna go. See you later. Jude, thank you for being here, my friend. Very much appreciated. And I just subscribed to Jude. Hey, Burpee Reaper, I think the Sing Along Sunday, the Show Tune Sunday, is going to take your channel to a whole nother level. Well, 25 likes. Thank you, guys. Let's see. Leradox says, I lost a record of 14 subscribers. That's the most I ever lost. They'll come back. New people will come. I think you're on the right path right now. Let's see. Timo says, I remember in the live chat, this channel has good vibes. If you read something like that, it is worth as more worth as subs. 2 more subs. I agree. Just spending time with people that open up your heart. And Timo says, really, thank you. It's always a fun time. We send a little bit you and so much good vibes back. Thank you so much. Let's get back down to the bottom. I think this works best sometimes. From the bottom to the top. Timo says, thank you, Eric. Yogi, you're welcome, my friend. Yes, I can do that. Hopefully this will work for you guys. And Eric the Point beat me to it. Thank you, Eric. Much appreciated. Sabine says, thank you, Yogi Eric, for your kind words. We, Timo and I, are just the way you see us. Like what you see is what you get, which is an absolutely beautiful thing. The lack of pretense, authenticity, and this is why in your chat, in your the live stream, just everyone was so loving, so supportive. Let's see. Flower says, Yogi, you can send me the vids you'd like to edit. I know how to edit a little. Thank you, Flower. I appreciate that, and I will. Jacob says, can we get Mr. Yogi to 30 likes? Hit the like button if you enjoy his live stream. Much love and respect to you. Thank you for that. I'm at 26 right now. Let's see. Barb says, I know when it's nature, people like them 30 seconds to a minute. That's what I thought. But some pretty influential people said the opposite. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I love doing 30 seconds to a minute. When you see a fox, how can you just offer 14 seconds of a fox if you have the opportunity to offer a minute of a fox? So thank you for that, Barb. See, Timo says, Burpee Reaper, it's a pleasure to help. Rala says, I tried reading books when going home in a bus. Little by little, it works good. Yeah, that's all it takes. Reading a chapter, reading a paragraph, reading a couple sentences. It adds up. Awesome, Brawler. I'm happy to hear that. I was hoping so. Ice is here. Ice Commandant. Hello, my friend. Did I miss Noble? Did I miss the Noble Scrolling Traveler? The king of live streaming himself? The natural Buddha? Mr. 12-hour live stream? Let's see. So, Noble says, I appreciate your support, Eric. I had you up all morning, Noble. I'm almost at 8.5 subs, and I'm going to interrupt Noble for a second. He's at 8.5 subs. I just want to note, when he gets to 10,000 subs, he is shaving his head completely. Everything. When you say everything, are we talking eyebrows as well? Less than 200 hours away to 3,000 watch hours. Awesome. Couldn't have done it without you, buddy. Man, if I helped you in a small way, I'm absolutely happy because you put out a positive, loving message. You're nothing but giving. 1,000%. When you go to Noble, you get all Noble. All of it. So, hey, I'm going to keep it up, man. We're going to get you to 3,000 in no time at all, and then it's on our way to 4,000. Reaper says, thinks he says too much. YouTube keeping the little man down. Teddy Bear, hello. Hey, but you know what? Again, we were talking about authenticity. Reaper is nothing if not authentic. Reaper says, Oracle says 15-second shorts. I heard it from Oracle. I heard it from Goga Yoga, and one other person mentioned it. Let's see. Timo says, Burpee Reaper now 802 subbed with a second channel. Awesome. Thank you for that. So I know that we're talking about a pause, a wait time on the mod status with people, but I don't think anyone is going to contest that. Our friend Timo Optimob is definitely because he does so much for so many people that I just put him up to mod. I hope he is okay with that. Let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm smiling. My cat is sitting next to me and actually snoring. Barb says he also said that the subscribers should watch the ads also to help the channel, which is definitely much appreciated. Barb says a YouTuber that has over 1 million subs, wow, says it's not the watch time, views, or subs that make a channel work. It's the getting people what they want to have them watch it all the way through. I can see that. Of course, we focus on the subs and the watch hours to get monetized. See, Sue says, I just film as much as I want, and then it comes to making shorts. That's what I was doing for a long time until I heard these suggestions. So we'll see. It's hard to change what you love. You know, when you film in nature and you just want to keep filming it. And what I love about Sue making her shorts, the same with Eric Lapointe, is some people might say, a bird is a bird. See a bird, what's the difference between another bird? It's from that unique perspective from Sue's eyes, the unique perspective from Eric Lapointe's eyes, as well as Burpee Reaper, who has done some nature shorts. Hope you guys check that out. I hate for that to get lost in the, because people go to the Burpee Reaper to see burpees, as they should. But I love seeing the other side of Burpee Reaper. Let's see. Sorry, it's been. Let me get up here. Sabine says, but Yogi, Eric is sometimes dangerous if you are too much open with your heart, because it is so hard if all this bad vibes out there are coming full blast towards you, and you have to protect yourself. You know what I mean? I could need some advice on how to block this bad vibes a bit better. If you have an answer for that, that would be nice. I would love to talk about that. I don't know as I have an answer to that, but maybe we can find one out together as we talk about it. Real quick, Rala says, have you seen the Eminem Houdini song? I haven't. I'll check it out though. I do like Eminem. So, energetically, yogic speaking, I think the things that we do, I think the practice of yoga, I think the practice of breath work and our meditation sort of energetically seals us, offers us protection. From a different perspective, from a perspective of A Course in Miracles, is that there's no outside source of attack. That if I recognize it, I accept responsibility for it. That if it is, my power lies in my defenselessness. If I feel the need to defend from negative comments, negative energy coming from sources, YouTube or otherwise, if I put up a defensive wall against it, then I am literally putting up a defensive wall against myself. That what I want to do is see the innocence of the source. That I want to do is forgive the source and see that I can't be attacked. My ego can have its feelings hurt. My ego can be upset. My ego can attack and get upset and go after other people. That's just my ego. It's not true. It's not real. Ego is just an energetic thought system that we have adopted as our energy, but it's not truly who we are. So we look past the ego. If I look past my ego, then I have to look past the ego of other people. And I see that every single attack is simply a cry for help. Every attack is based on fear. In A Course in Miracles, they say that the opposite of love isn't hate. It's not negative. The opposite of love is fear, except there can be no true opposite to something so all-encompassing as love. God is love, love is God. How can that have an opposite? But it can have the illusion, the appearance of an opposite, which is fear. So every single attack is simply a cry for help. And that's when we forgive. We look past the ego of attack, we look past our ego of defense, and we love. We literally say to ourselves, I can choose love instead of this. I can choose peace instead of this. And sometimes it still doesn't work because the ego is still present. But fortunately, it's just a practice. We get to keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And eventually we practice so much, it's just natural because it's who we are. I hope that came out right. I hope it made sense. Noble says, "You are a gift from heaven, brother. From the heavens, brother. As you've been for me, Noble. Much appreciated. I think both you and I have gained some awesome friends from each other's channels. Sue said, connected to Jude. Thank you for that, Sue. And so did Timo. Jacob says, hit the like button for our great friend, Mr. Yogi, if you enjoy his live stream. Big salute to you, brother. Big salute to you, Jacob. Jacob's one of the hardest working burpee practitioners in the game. In the hot sun, and there's just no quitting him whatsoever. Greg, my friend, how are you? Sorry I missed you earlier. Brawler's talking to Reaper. Eminem Houdini song. That would be awesome. Let's see. Timo says, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We always try to help people. And you do such an awesome job, too. Greg, I apologize for missing you, my friend. Wolf says, having a wrench makes it easier to sub to others, and you can get more subs in turn. Exactly. I try to be careful, but you know when you know. You know the right people. You know the people, they've been here for a bit. They have the same connections as you. Rowlett says, one important question. What's that? What is meditation and how to do it exactly? That is a great question. So, easier to answer now because I'm just about caught up, I think. Speed says, yes, I did. Thank you, Yogi Eric. You're welcome, my friend. So meditation is simply seeing past the ego to the quiet space that is our real identity. One of the first realizations of meditation is, man, what a mess my mind is. How I've been living with all this chatter going on. And then the important realization is, wait a minute. If I'm listening to that chatter, I can't be the chatter. I'm not these thoughts in my head. I'm not the narrator of my life. I am the simple and pure awareness of these thoughts. Just awareness. And then the thoughts begin to settle. They get quieter. And you fall into the space in between each thought. In meditation, we call it the gap. The gap is really all-encompassing and ever-present. It's the natural silence of the mind, but we don't recognize it because of all these thoughts. However, if it wasn't present, none of those thoughts would make sense because there'd be no room for the silence in between that makes it make sense. It's the space between notes that makes the song, or it's the space within a vase that holds the flower. So we realize our own natural spaciousness through the art of meditation. And there's lots of ways of doing it. The simplest way is close your eyes, sit straight. Doesn't need to be perfectly ramrod. You don't need to be in a yoga position. Just sit in a chair, comfortable, relax, hands on your knees, hands on your lap. Breathe through the nose. Count the in-breath. 1. Let it go. Count the in-breath. 2. Let it go. Don't try to control. Don't breathe. Allow yourself to be breathed. Just let the breath go in however it wants, whenever it wants. Breathing in. 1. Get up to 10. If you make it to 10 your first time, you're doing pretty awesome. Most people make it to 2 or 3. And then the mind starts to wander because that's what the mind does. That's another important realization. then you just start over at 1. When you do get to 10, start over at 1 and repeat. Do that for 10 minutes twice a day and let me know how it works. And then we'll work on other things as well. But you could take the breath all the way. You can take the breath all the way to enlightenment. Just follow the breath. And you'll find how the breath flows in, how there's a natural pause, how it flows out, how there's a natural pause. And you get to the point where that pause seems like it lasts forever. You're in this pool of silence. And that's where, again, as Herman Melville said, silence is the only voice of God. And that's when your meditation becomes a prayer, because now you're in communion with God. I hope that helps, Brawler. If I had mentioned before, anyone who's on Facebook, if you look me up, Eric McCarty, I'm the bald guy. I'm happy to. I teach I'm a meditation instructor, certified meditation instructor, as well as certified breath coach and pranayama coach. Certified for teaching yoga as well, but I consider my yogic path to be one of meditation and breath work, not of the asanas, not of the postures, but I do practice the postures. And as I mentioned before, I teach this stuff for a living. If you're here on my live stream, I teach it absolutely for free. You're here as my friend supporting me. I don't charge my friends for anything. I embrace my friends for being my friends. And I've yet to meet anyone who's not my friend. Let's see. Barb says, I'm listening, but working on diamond art. Awesome. If you guys like, I mentioned before, visiting Barb just drew me in. It's like she invited me into the room, pull up a chair, have a cup of coffee, and relax as she does her crafts. Wolf says, to Optimob, I will try to get some more content so you can watch it. That would be awesome. I'd love to see more content for Wolf. Eric Lapointe is saying hi. Let's see. Timu says, Wolf, less is sometimes more. I put 700 shorts to unlisted. Not they aren't good, but those shorts does distract from Sabine, myself, and Bax. That's a good point. Really good point. I appreciate hearing that. Wolf says it's important when meditating to get past the outside and the inner noise to reach the calm and quiet of your inner self. Thank you for that, Wolf. Very well said. Perfectly said. Laradox says, I'm still watching Yogi, just not commenting right now. I appreciate you being here, Laradox. As mentioned before, if you guys check out the awesome basketball shot from Laradox, extremely impressive. And my jaw literally dropped when I saw it. Brala says, sorry, one clarification. I have to count the breath or just feel it. Count it to yourself. As a matter of fact, if you want, you can start with counting 1 on the in-breath and 2 on the out-breath. And then 3, 4, all the way up until you get to 10. And then start over. See which one works best for you. You could also do breathing in, breathing out. You count as 1. And you get to 10. And you just count because the counting helps keep you connected to the breath. But it's a very gentle count. There's no strain. There's no effort whatsoever. You're not concentrating. You're not forcing. You just lightly have your attention placed on counting that breath. Let's see. Optimop says, I think you have to feel it. When you're counting, especially without that concentration, without that force, you'll naturally feel it, especially if you're nasal breathing. Although you can also belly breathe. Find out where you feel it best. Let's see. Goldie says, Eric McCarty, Atamab has a premiere as soon as the cuckoo sings. So is that 7 this time? Sorry, guys. Let me check real quick. So let me send a message real quick. There we go. I'm back. Let's see. Timo says 9 p.m. Switzerland time and 8 p.m. in the UK. Okay, so that's actually fairly soon, right? I need to set my phone up on international time. Still an hour to go. Okay, awesome. So what I think we'll do is end this one just a little bit early. Maybe we'll talk another 15 minutes or so, 20 minutes. Wolf says if counting works, okay, but for me it would be distracting. It's a useful tool until you're able to focus on the breath without the need of counting, and then you let it go. It's the same with what I teach is mantra, Vedic mantra meditation, extremely similar to and as ancient in origin as, I don't know if I can mention it without getting in trouble, well, I'll go ahead and say it, transcendental meditation. Every Vedic meditation, mantra meditation, is derivative of the original listening to a mantra. What I teach is primordial sound meditation, and it is from Deepak Chopra after he left the transcendental meditation movement, and he went back to India. He studied with rishis and sages and Vedic astrologers, and what he felt was the original intent of how Vedic meditation should be. I started practicing it in the 90s. Not my first style, but I discovered it when I realized I couldn't afford transcendental meditation, and this was much more affordable. And I was a big fan of Deepak Chopra. And then after practicing it for 25 plus years, I became an instructor. Yeah, Wolf says counting might be good starting out. Exactly. Brawler says, thank you. Good night, sir. I have to go. Take care, Brawler. Let me know how everything works out for you. Barb says, my friend uses his CPAP machine and mask on. He says it helps him relax enough and gives him his time to breathe. Nice. It's all tools. And if a tool works, awesome. But eventually, it's like the Buddha said about his teachings. He likened his teachings to a raft, which is a great tool for getting across a river. But once you're across the river, you need to put the raft down and continue on your journey. 50 minutes is the premiere. So I hope you guys can make it. I hope everyone in the chat can make it. Ice says, hey, have you listened to that one song I told you about back then? I did listen to it. It was good. I listened to the live version. Let's see. Wolf says, wait, you mean the Master Sergeant doesn't have a world clock somewhere? She does. Her and I are in different abodes. Part of the things that we realized is for us to be together, and the way that we're together, sometimes we need space. I'm a very reclusive, solitary person. She might argue that I'm also someone that when I meet someone on the street or when we're walking, I'll just talk and talk and talk. But they both are actually true. But that doesn't always lead to the best living arrangements for now, I think. But hey, we've been through a lot in almost 23 years. Cruising is fun anytime. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you, my friend. You know what? They certainly do make cruising look fun anytime and every time. Here is the link for Cruising is Fun Anytime. They put on some of the best morning shows ever. If there's anything you need or want to know about cruising, you'll learn it there. If you've never been interested in cruising, you will. If you listen, if you hang out and you listen, you'll start thinking, that really sounds like a lot of fun. And then you just gain more and more information. And as well, it's just a fun place to hang out. Which is I just mentioned what a recluse I am, so it's unlikely I would be going on a cruise. They do get me thinking about cruises, though. But I just enjoy it. I just enjoy hanging out with friends. So the link is below if it works, and if you guys get the opportunity. If you're not subscribed, I know many here are. Sween says, and Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm a big fan of Dr. Wayne Dyer. I'm reading through his Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Life, which is his interpretation of the Tao Te Ching. He was an early teacher. What I loved about Wayne Dyer, in the 1970s, he wrote bestsellers that were based upon the sort of the looking out for number one, very ego-based, because that's where he was. And then in the 80s, you saw the change. He started getting more and more spiritual. His writing got more softer, more inner teaching. And towards the end, and you could see that in his covers. His early books featured him prominently on the cover, sort of his chest puffed out and looking confident. And towards his end of his, before he passed away in 2015, he was at the Temple of Assisi, St. Francis's temple, head on his knees, head down in prayer. That's the difference that he made in his life. And he took everyone on the journey with him. Speaking of the Master Sergeant is here. Welcome with Goldie says, whoop, they don't live in the same house. Nope. Not that I am not a complete pleasure to live with. We were talking about you. Or I could have been talking about the other person that I've spent 23 years. Almost 23 years. Mocha's actually been sitting next to me on some of the live streams, and we've answered some questions, which is always fun. Let's see. Sabine says, yes, he was so good. I even went to one of his meetings. Awesome. Yeah, Mocha and I had the opportunity to see Wayne Dyer twice early on in our relationship, as well as Deepak Chopra a couple times. And a few others too. As a matter of fact, I can credit Wayne Dyer as being one of the early people to introduce me to A Course in Miracles, as he quoted from it often. So many great teachers that I discovered uh, was through Wayne Dyer talking about him, David Hawkins, so many other great texts. Mocha says, whatever it was, I didn't do it, which is a sure sign that she probably did do it. Goldie says, nope, it was in regards to you having a world clock. Yeah, like if you wanted to, what time is it in Romania? What time is it in Switzerland? What time is it in Great Britain? I do have one on my phone. I just never, I need to set it up on specific cities. And I should set it up on, definitely on Great Britain, definitely Romanian time, and Swiss time. If it's not happening in one of those three places, I don't need to know about it. Wolf says for different time zones. So, guys, if you are around, less than 50 minutes now, probably closer to 40 minutes, Optimob has a premiere. You will not want to miss it at all. And on another note, and we're going to shut things down now, I think, so people can get ready, spend time. They have a few minutes in between hanging out here and going to check them out, as well as I have a friend that wants to do, a friend in Great Britain, actually, that wants to do some breath work with me. So I'm going to give them a call. We're going to do some breath work together. Some important things to remember. Send some prayers over to Goldie's daughter, who is starting exam week, big exam week this week. Lots of prayer, lots of energy. Send prayer for safety and well-being for our friend Barb and Wolf, as you got that Category 5 heading towards the Gulf Coast. Let's hope that it definitely weakens on its way. Optimob says it's only a premiere. Hey, premieres are important. They're a lot of fun. And no one does it better. I put Optimob and UK Medic in that same category of putting out perfect material. To me, it is what YouTube is all about. But as I mentioned also, I did promise a friend that I would be there to help her with some breath work, going through a hard time right now, and I want to make sure that I'm able to do so. So we're going to do some breath work and a little meditation. As well, you know what? Hey, I hit 28 likes. That's a good note to end things on. I very much appreciate everyone liking, hitting the like button, as well as our friend Jacob, who makes it happen. He comes in, Jacob comes in, and he makes magic happen. Oh, Goldie says 29. In the language of the burpee community, that's a PR. That's a personal best. That's a personal record, I think. And the best part is, I got to have a really fun talk with a great group of people. 29. Awesome. Thank you, guys. 29 just popped up now for me. But again, that I got to talk to some awesome people. That was the thing. That was a big thing for me. 30. I've definitely never gotten 30. I don't know if our friend Jacob is still here. Jacob came in, and one of the first things he said was, I think at first he said 20, and then he said, when we were getting close, can we get it to 30? There it is. Can we get Mr. Yogi to 30 likes. Hit the like button if you enjoy his live streams. Much love and respect to you all. Jacob is a rainmaker. 31. Timo says, wait a moment. Hey, Mocha, if you subscribe to Optimob, and I'll see if I can get this to work. You will absolutely love watching their videos. Thank you, Goldie. I appreciate that. So definitely check them out. T is here. T says 32. Man, absolutely awesome. I'm in the big leagues now, guys. Magnanimity says, Eric, I'm taking my driver's permit for test tomorrow. Any tips? Relax. Just relax. If you're taking it, it means that you've gotten there because you know what you're doing. That you've studied, that you know the rules, you've driven, you've been behind the wheel already. So just relax. Trust the fact that your body knows exactly what to do. You already know how to drive. What can go wrong? You already know how to drive. So do some easy breathing before you start. Breathe in your nose for a count of 4, pause. Breathe out through your nose for a count of 4, pause. Do that 10 times before you drive. And just relax. Trust that you know 100% what to do. Mocha says, send info. I will send info. Definitely. I will do that right now, as a matter of fact. So Mocha, picture this. Beautiful Swiss countryside with a beautiful dog. Could it get any better than that? T says, listening only. I can't see screen. Mabnidity. I know I'm saying that wrong. I apologize. Says, thank you. You're welcome, my friend. Wolf says, thanks, Bumble. Thank you all. Much appreciated. So, guys, I'm going to end it for the day. I'll see you guys over. See that? Mocha said you had me at dog. Beautiful dog. And some cowbells in the distance. As a matter of fact, if you go look, you will see some not so distant cows with their cowbells on. One of the best things that happened to me on YouTube is connecting with Optimob, connecting with Timo and Sabine. Absolutely awesome. Let's see. Goldie says, thank you for a lovely live in chat. Thank you, Goldie, for making it lovely. She says, yes. Wolf says, blessings to everyone. Have a wonderful day. Wolf, sending prayers your way, my friend. Stay safe. Optimob says, thank you so much. You're welcome, my friend, and thank you. I will see everyone later. I'll be back again in be a little over 2 hours. 2-ish. So if you guys are around and you got nothing to do, just come by and say hi. 33 likes. It's a big day. Much appreciated, guys. Much appreciated. Sabine says, thank you so much. You're welcome, my friend, and thank you guys. Much appreciate you being here. I'll see everyone later. Take care, guys. Hey, Jacob. I don't know if you saw, I was talking about you. I was calling you a rainmaker. You make magic happen. 33 likes. You came in and you set the intent for the entire thing. Man, thank you, Jacob. You definitely made it happen for me, my friend. You got my love and support, as you all do. Thank you, guys. 34. Man, this is going to be hard to top, guys. I might get spoiled. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you. Take care.